What if I told you that the secret to protecting and even repairing your aging eyes isn't found in expensive pills or complicated surgeries, but right there on your dinner plate? Yes, the everyday vegetables sitting in your kitchen have surprising power to help your eyes heal while you sleep. It sounds almost too simple to believe, doesn't it? But stay with me because what you're about to hear could literally change the way you see the world. In over 30 years of working with seniors, I've witnessed the same quiet heartbreak again and again, vision slowly fading. And it's not just about stronger prescriptions or buying new glasses, it's about losing pieces of life itself. Imagine no longer feeling safe driving at night because headlights turn into blinding halos, squinting to recognize your grandchild's face, or feeling embarrassed when you have to ask someone to read a menu for you. Even your own handwriting begins to look unfamiliar. Deep down, you may already feel the creeping fear, the world blurring like precious memories slipping out of reach. The cruelest part, it all happens so slowly that we don't notice until it starts stealing our independence. Does this sound familiar? If so, remember, it's not your fault. Your eyes age like the rest of your body. But aging doesn't mean helplessness. In fact, you have more control than you think. And today, I'll show you how, starting with what's been right in front of you all along. When prepared the right way, certain vegetables can quietly nourish and repair your vision even as you sleep. I'll reveal the four most powerful ones, starting with a familiar hero and ending with an unexpected underdog that might have the biggest impact. If this is your first time here, I'm Dr. Emily Carter. This channel is created to help you reclaim your health step by step, using safe, science-backed, and gentle methods. If that's what you're looking for, hit subscribe. We'd love to walk this journey with you. Now, let's dive into the first vegetable one that has protected human eyesight for generations. It's so common that many people dismiss it as an old wives' tale, but science proves otherwise. Yes, it's the carrot. Carrots aren't just good for your eyes. As the saying goes, they are a powerhouse, especially for aging eyes, struggling with glare or low light vision. Here's why carrots are rich in beta-carotene, the natural pigment that gives them their vibrant orange color. But the real magic happens inside your body after you eat them. Your liver converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, an essential nutrient used to produce a protein called rhodopsin. Rhodopsin lives in the rod cells of your retina, the part that lets your eyes see in low light. Without enough vitamin A, your eyes can't efficiently regenerate these light-sensitive cells. That's when you start noticing blurry night vision, glaring headlights, and hesitation about driving at dusk. And here's what surprises even many healthy eaters: eating raw carrots won't give you the full benefit. Beta-carotene is fat-soluble, meaning your body absorbs it best when paired with a bit of healthy fat, and even better when the carrots are lightly cooked. Think of it like unlocking a safe. You need the right key to access the treasure inside. Before we move on, let's recap. Lightly cooking carrots and combining them with a bit of healthy fat can do wonders for your night vision. But why does cooking matter so much? Because the precious nutrients in raw carrots are locked inside tough fiber walls, like treasure trapped in a vault. Light cooking softens these fibers and breaks down cell walls, releasing the beta carotene so your body can actually absorb it. And when you pair cooked carrots with healthy fat drizzle of olive oil, a small spoon of ghee, or even a pat of butter, you've created the perfect key for maximum absorption. At that point, you're not just eating vegetables, you're fueling your retinas. This is especially important in the evening. Why? Because your body does most of its cell repair work at night when you rest and your eyes finally get a break from constant light. Meaning, if you eat cooked carrots with healthy fat at dinner, your body will absorb, convert, and use that vitamin A right when your eyes are naturally regenerating. It's a silent form of support. No pills, no side effects, just food doing its natural job. I'll never forget a man I once met. Let's call him John Miller. 68 years old, a proud grandfather, and retired postal worker. He came to me with a worried look. "Doctor, I can't read house numbers at night anymore. I feel lost, like I don't know where I'm going." We made a very simple change. I advised him to add roasted carrots to his dinner 3 times a week. Just drizzle with a little olive oil, sprinkle some sea salt, nothing fancy at all. After 6 weeks, he returned with a smile I'll never forget. He said, "I just drove to my daughter's house for dinner, and I didn't have to squint once." For the first time in years, the street signs were crystal clear. He described the feeling as if someone had just wiped the windshield inside his head clean. That is the quiet power of nutrition. Real food, real results, and in John Miller's case, the real freedom of living was restored. Carrots may seem ordinary, but when used correctly, they're not just nutrition. They're a tool to reclaim clarity, confidence, and independence in your daily life. Now, if carrots help improve your night vision, the next vegetable works even deeper. It reduces the silent inflammation that's damaging your eyes from the inside. If carrots help you see better in the dark, broccoli protects the fragile structures of your eyes from a much greater threat: chronic silent inflammation. We often think of inflammation as swollen joints or pain things we can feel. But inside the eyes, inflammation works quietly, damaging tiny blood vessels and weakening retinal cells. Over time, it robs us of sharp vision. Broccoli is one of the few vegetables that contains both antioxidants and natural anti-inflammatory compounds, making it a powerful shield for aging eyes. Its deep green florets are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two remarkable nutrients that your body sends directly to the macula, the central part of the retina that helps you read, recognize faces, and see fine details. Imagine the macula as the lens of a camera. Over time, that lens becomes cloudy and scratched by light exposure, stress, and free radicals. That's when conditions like macular degeneration begin. Your central vision blurs. Straight lines start to look wavy, and dark spots can appear right in the middle of your sight. The good news, lutein and zeaxanthin from broccoli can help slow down this damage and in some cases even support the repair of weakened retinal tissue, provided your body absorbs them properly. You've already seen the incredible power of these tiny green florets for your eyes. But here's something important, just like carrots. How you prepare them makes all the difference. Raw broccoli locks its precious nutrients inside tough fibers, almost like a vault with a sealed door. When eaten raw, much of the benefit stays trapped inside. But when broccoli is lightly steamed, just until tender and bright green, Those fibers soften, cell walls break down, and all that lutein and zeaxanthin is released ready for your body to absorb and put to work. And here's another secret to boost its effect. Add a little healthy fat. A drizzle of olive oil or a sprinkle of shredded cheese helps these fat-soluble nutrients catch a ride into your bloodstream more efficiently. Why does this matter so much? Because lutein and zeaxanthin can't do their job unless they're absorbed properly. And for older adults, when every small improvement in vision is precious, this gentle nutritional support can become a true game changer. I remember one patient, let's call her Mrs. Linda Garcia. She once sighed and told me, I used to love reading books, but now the words just seem to slip off the page. Heartbreaking, isn't it? We made one simple change, half a cup of steamed broccoli with dinner a few nights a week. Nothing complicated. A month later, Mrs. Garcia wasn't back to reading novels yet, but she no longer had to squint to read her letters or bills. And the look of relief on her face, truly priceless. That's how healing begins quietly, naturally, and steadily over time. Broccoli may not be flashy, but when it comes to protecting your eyes from the inside out, it's one of the strongest allies you can have. And speaking of powerful allies, our journey now moves from sturdy broccoli florets to an even mightier leafy green. This next vegetable is packed with more eye-protecting nutrients than any other, and may be the single best shield against irreversible vision loss. Among all the vegetables proven to benefit eyesight, kale quietly stands at the top. At first glance, kale doesn't seem all that special, just some dark, slightly tough green leaves. But don't let its appearance fool you. Kale is one of the most concentrated natural sources of eye protective nutrients we know of, particularly vital for anyone facing the leading threat to vision age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. AMD isn't simply blurry vision. It's the slow, silent deterioration of the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for sharp, clear sight. When the macula weakens, it's not just your vision that suffers. Life itself changes. Reading becomes exhausting. Recognizing loved ones' faces becomes difficult. And one day, even pouring a glass of water can feel like a guessing game. Kale offers a powerful shield against this. It contains exceptionally high levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, the very pigments already present in your macula. Think of them as built-in sunglasses, protecting the retina from harmful blue light and oxidative damage caused by years of exposure. And here's a little-known fact. Your body can't make lutein or zeaxanthin on its own. You must get them from food. Kale provides an abundant supply of these vision-guarding nutrients, especially when lightly cooked. Raw kale is nutrient-dense, yes, but it also contains compounds that can interfere with mineral absorption and cause digestive discomfort if eaten in excess. That's why steaming or lightly sautéing kale is the best choice. It not only makes it easier to digest, but also unlocks the valuable nutrients compressed in those dark green leaves. Cooked kale also preserves vitamin C and vitamin K, both essential for maintaining healthy blood flow to the eyes and keeping the tiny blood vessels in the retina strong. I once worked with a retired librarian named Susan Bennett. She was 79 and had already lost part of her central vision in one eye. Her greatest fear, that it would spread. She confided, "I'm terrified of waking up one day and not being able to clearly see my family anymore." We added kale to her diet in the simplest way, lightly steamed, drizzled with olive oil, and a squeeze of lemon for taste, just a quarter cup 3 or 4 times a week. There's an important truth: the damage from advanced AMD cannot be reversed. Nothing can fully restore vision that's already gone. But the wonderful thing we saw with Susan Bennett was that the disease progression slowed, and more importantly, she regained a sense of control over her life. The feeling that she wasn't helplessly watching her vision slip away, but was actively protecting what remained. And that is deeply meaningful. Sometimes healing doesn't mean turning back time. It means cherishing and strengthening what you still have. So, if you've ever heard someone say, "There's nothing you can do," remember this: your body still listens to what you eat every day. Your eyes still respond to proper nourishment. And kale may be the quiet ally your vision has been waiting for all along. Next, we come to a vegetable many people overlook. Soft in texture, mild in flavor, high in water, yet inside it hides the key to hydration, vitamin C, and gentle support to keep your retina healthy as you age. That vegetable is zucchini. Many dismiss zucchini because it's soft, bland, often treated as a sidekick in dishes. But for aging eyes, especially those struggling with dryness, irritation, or fragile retinal tissue, zucchini is a silent yet powerful ally. One of the most overlooked causes of eye discomfort in older adults is dehydration. As we age, our bodies lose water more quickly. Tear production slows. The tissues behind the eye, the retina, optic nerve, and macula, become more vulnerable to pressure, dryness, and oxidative stress. And this is where zucchini shines. Zucchini is over 90% water, making it one of the most hydrating cooked vegetables you can eat. But it doesn't just provide moisture. Zucchini also contains a rare combination of nutrients that support retinal health and help eye tissues stay resilient. First, zucchini is rich in vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that protects the eyes from cell damage caused by light and aging. Vitamin C also helps maintain the collagen structure within the eye, the framework that keeps the cornea, sclera, and blood vessels strong and flexible. Second, zucchini provides a modest but crucial amount of the mineral manganese, a trace nutrient involved in activating enzymes within the retina. These enzymes help the eyes process light and defend against free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage eye tissue over time. And while zucchini doesn't have as much lutein as kale or broccoli, it still offers a helpful, supportive amount. The most wonderful thing about zucchini is how easy it is to digest even for older adults with sensitive stomachs or poor appetite. Thanks to its soft texture and neutral flavor, zucchini can be steamed, lightly sautéed, or blended into soups without overpowering other ingredients or causing taste fatigue. This makes zucchini an ideal evening food, gentle nourishment that won't leave you feeling heavy, especially before bedtime, when your body begins its nightly repair cycle. I think of an elderly patient, Mr. Mark Sullivan, 80 years old, who struggled with chronic dry eyes and nighttime discomfort. Eye drops only provided temporary relief, and then the problem returned. We added cooked zucchini to his dinner 4 times a week, sautéed lightly with olive oil, garlic, and a pinch of salt. Just a few weeks later, he began to notice a difference. His eyes felt less irritated and gritty. He no longer rubbed them before bed, and more importantly, his sleep improved significantly. It feels amazing to close my eyes without that burning sting, he said. It may sound small, but when you're 80 and have spent years tossing and turning from eye discomfort, that's a profound change. Zucchini can't reverse vision loss, but it helps create the conditions for recovery to take place. It hydrates, shields your eyes from internal stress, and gently delivers nutrients exactly where they're needed. It's proof that support doesn't always have to be aggressive. Sometimes the softest, gentlest foods bring the deepest and most lasting relief. Now, imagine combining all four of these vegetables, carrots, broccoli, kale, and zucchini, into one simple warming dish that nourishes your eyes while you rest. That's exactly what we're about to do together. By now, you've seen that each vegetable offers its own unique benefit. One improves night vision, one reduces inflammation, one protects the macula, and one hydrates and soothes. The beauty is they don't need to work alone. In fact, when combined into a single meal prepared properly and eaten at the right time, they can become a gentle healing formula for your eyes, especially in the evening when your body naturally enters its rest and repair cycle. What I'm about to share isn't some elaborate detox recipe or flashy superfood gimmick. It's a warm, simple dish I've recommended to dozens of patients over the years. Most were in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, and many told me the same thing, Doctor, I never thought food could do this. Here's how to make it. Start with a small pot. Add a little olive oil and lightly saute half a chopped zucchini until soft. Next, add half a diced carrot and cook for 4 to 5 minutes to release its natural sweetness. Then toss in a handful of broccoli florets and 1/4 cup of chopped kale. Add a few spoonfuls of water or low-sodium broth. Cover and let everything steam together for about 5 minutes until the vegetables are tender but still bright in color. Season lightly with sea salt, and if you like, finish with a squeeze of lemon or a sprinkle of turmeric to boost its anti-inflammatory effect. What you have now is a warm bowl of vegetables, soft, gentle, yet packed with power. Easy to chew, easy to digest, and filled with exactly the nutrients your eyes are craving. Even better, it's being delivered to your body at the perfect time for its nightly repair cycle, like a soothing gift before sleep. No medications, no expensive supplements, just real food lightly cooked, timed right. Some of my patients like to blend this mixture into a smooth, warm soup. Others eat it alongside a slice of soft whole grain bread or a bit of rice. There's no perfect way to do it. What truly matters is consistency. Try making this simple dish in the evening 3 to 4 times a week and be patient. The results may start subtly, perhaps less eye strain while reading or slightly clearer distance vision, but those small changes will accumulate slowly, quietly, powerfully. And maybe most importantly, this humble routine will become a self-care ritual, a loving message to your body. I'm still here, I'm still trying, and I'm ready to heal. Before we finish, I want to leave you with one final message. It's a truth I've learned after more than 3 decades in medicine, and I hope you'll carry it with you long after this video ends. If you've stayed with me until now, let me say this simple but heartfelt thank you. Thank you for caring enough about your body, your eyes, and your future to walk with me through this entire conversation. That tells me something important, even if your vision has declined, even if you've felt frustrated, forgotten, or been told, that's just part of getting old. You haven't given up. and that is more valuable than any diagnosis. Here's the truth: aging can take many things from us. It creeps in quietly. Colors seem less vivid. You squint more. You avoid driving at night. Or you need brighter lights just to read a label. Sometimes it happens so subtly, we don't realize how much we've adapted, how much we've already lost. But here's the hope I want you to carry: your body still responds to care. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your cells still have the ability to regenerate. Your eyes are still trying to heal. And what you choose to eat, something as simple as 4 lightly cooked intentional vegetables, can either slow decline or quietly support a comeback. 4 humble vegetables: carrots for night vision, broccoli for silent inflammation, kale for macular protection, and zucchini for hydration and soothing. Combined into a warm meal a few evenings a week, it's not a burden. It's not a prescription. It's an act of love for yourself, love for your life, for the world you still want to see clearly. So, wherever you are on this journey, just starting to notice small changes in your sight, or already living with a macular degeneration diagnosis, I want you to remember this: you are not powerless. You are not too late. And you are never, ever alone. Healing doesn't always mean reversing what's been lost. Sometimes healing simply means protecting what remains, holding on to clarity, holding on to connection, and doing it with kindness, one bite at a time. If this message touched you today, if it gave you a little hope or clarity, I ask you to do one small thing. Click like so I know you're out there. Hit subscribe if you want more gentle, science-based ways to care for your health naturally. Share this video with someone you love, especially if they're struggling with their eyes and could use a little light in their life. And finally, I want to hear your story in the comments. Which of these vegetables have you been using? Which one will you try this week? Your story might inspire someone else who's reading and wondering if it's worth it to keep going. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Dr. Emily Carter. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. And always remember, your healing doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be real.